evening everyone, this is Kosala, also known as Marventus, and it is Tuesday, and on Tuesdays we do Starcraft Amateur Tuesday Day, and this is a video sent in, not a video, this is a replay sent in by one of our channel fans. Here in the top we have the red Zerg Mr. Baker, and in the middle we have the blue Zerg Mr. Ace DSS. Ace DSS versus Mr. Baker. A ZVZ, always an intriguing matchup. One of my worst ones, frankly. Let's see how these two do. Let's get ourselves a production tab up. Whoa, I paused the game instead. Let's try that again. I did it again. What is the production tab? Name panel. Well, there we have it, production tab, and then the name panel is control, and why did I hit control P? I do not know. Let's try that again. There it is. I have succeeded after my 5th attempt. This is what happens when you try to do casting without a good mug of coffee next to you. Duly noted. And let's continue. Production is uninteresting right now. We've got ourselves a bunch of drones, and we have ourselves an overlord to keep things mixed up, and they're doing a little cross here in the middle. They've met each other, they've said hello, they've moved on. They're going to spy each other there. We've got ourselves a what is that? That's a 9 pool, a 10 pool, a very sneaky, a 10 pool. Do we have equal sneakiness going on here? No, we do not. We've got a gas coming up. We have no pool. He's seems to be droning up to 14 there. Maybe it'll be a 14 pool. Is it going to be a 15 pool? We don't know. Exciting times. I wonder what he's going to be doing with that 10 pool. Well, we'll have to wait and see. Mr. Baker may be in for an early foray of lings. Or, on the other hand, maybe he isn't. Let's find out shortly enough. How is his... actually, he's keeping reasonably even with the drone count. There's only ahead by 1 drone. That does add up in the end, but nonetheless. And now we've got Overlord Scouts in both bases, and we've got one... Oh, actually not quite in both bases. He's still on the way. Must have started out a little bit later. We've got a Queen in production there. We have a Queen... and actually, no we don't. There's no, of course not, because you have no spawning pool. Where is his spawning pool? Oh, he's up to 16 supply, and there is no pool, but there is gas. Well, this is very interesting. I was about to say it was a run-of-the-mill beginning, but I was totally mistaken. It wasn't a run-of-the-mill beginning at all. This is highly interesting. It's highly interesting indeed. What is he doing? He's got almost 2 rows of drones. He's got a gas up, and he's mining from the gas, but there is no pool. Or is there a pool and I simply missed it? I'm an idiot. The pool is right there. How could he not have a pool? He's getting a spine crawler up. Oh my goodness, Marv the dunce. That's what I'm saying. The pool is right there. It's called scrolling, Marventus. Scrolling. People do that. People do it. You can scroll in many different directions. You don't need to stare at one part of the screen and guess. You can scroll. Oh, the embarrassment. It's a good thing it's Amateur Tuesday Day. Your caster's an amateur today. There we have it. We've got 4, 6, 7 lings. Can I count? No, I can't. We have 6 lings on the board. For Mr. Ace DSS, we have the Queen now finally out at 22 supply. That's massively late Queen. That one actually got right. I have a Queen out here from Baker as well. And he is now fully gassed up. Roach Warren has come out. Is there anything else coming out? We've got Metabolic Boost coming out for Ace DSS. And what else is new? Not a whole lot of anything. And we're taking up to Lair. It looks like there's going to be a muta rush across this distance. I'm guessing this is going to turn into a spire with some mutas. We are about to find out. What is this? We've got ourselves 3 spine crawlers. Well, that's not going to help him at all if it turns out there's going to be a massive muta rush, nor is that Roach Warren for that matter. Now, is it going to be a massive muta rush? Can we see a spire landing there when this is done? I will shall have to simply wait and see. We shall have to wait and see. Only a few lings, and rather ballsy to keep only a few lings up and running. Neither player is doing a particularly excellent job at scouting each other, so they don't really know what's going on. They're working reasonably blind. We have 3 spine crawlers up here in very interesting position, because you could technically just run lings all the way around here, couldn't you, and just attack from over here and you'd be fine. That is kind of odd positioning for those spine crawlers, but there you have it. Expansion going down here from Mr. Ace DSS. And the lair is finished. Are we going to see a spire? Is there going to be a spire? That's what I'm going to say. Is it going to be a spire? Is it going to be hidden from me so I can be sitting around waiting, wondering where the hell those mutas came from without seeing the spire? There it is. The spire is up. Ace DSS is going for a muta-based attack, hence the second base coming up there at 31 supply, reasonably late, but close enough. We have a second base going up for Mr. Baker as well, and we've got 1 ling attacking that base, going to be taken down by that roach. 3 bursts, and that is the end of that Ling. There we have it. We've got 3 roaches and a bunch of Lings now heading, no, I was going to say heading for HDS in space, but no, they're not at all. Now then, Spire, halfway done. Why oh why is Baker not attacking? This is a thing I do wrong every single game. I simply don't attack early enough either on ZVZs. You really need to continuously harass your opponent in ZVZ, and I just suck at it. Mr. Baker here showing how not to do it. Imagine what would happen if he ran in with those. He would actually be in excellent shape considering the meager defenses. A few more roaches and he would be laughing. But no, he's sitting there in front of his base wondering what the hell's going on. In the meantime, the Spire is going on and it is about to be done. Ace DSS needs to keep up with his lava management there. There it is. All lavaed up, and here comes his harass. He's running in with his speedlings. There are a few lings there to do some damage, but the roaches are more than enough to deal with that lot. And that is the end of that. Droning going on with the expansion now to finally make it productive. Same thing over here on the side of Ace DSS. Drones coming in to produce stuff on that second expansion. The Spire is up. We have no mutas coming out so far. We've got Metabolic Boost and a Queen and a Lair going up for Baker. He's way late. We've got the Flyer Carpus level 1 being researched and the first 4 mutas are on the way. This is gonna get ugly in a hurry. Unless an Evo Chamber comes down and a few Spore Crawlers go up, our man Baker is gonna be in a lot of trouble. Droning going reasonable on both players, but neither with any kind of massively ahead economy. We've got the first 4 mutas now on the board. We have another one coming out as well for Ace DSS. This is going to be one of those games where mutas are going to own the day. Nice bunch of roaches, that's not going to help him at all, and what Baker has not done here is he has not scouted. He has not run in an Overlord into the opponent's base. He did not see the Spire. He is completely clueless. He's just getting his Spire now. That is way late, assuming of course that that Ace DSS does not sit around hanging out here in his base and actually flies those mutas over to do some damage, which he currently does not appear to be doing. He's got all of his Overlords bunched up over here for some odd reason as well. What is he waiting for? That is the question. What is he waiting for? I do not know. Ah yes, he's waiting for his upgrade to be done. That must be it. The Spire now halfway done for Baker. He's just gonna be late with this. Just that tiny little bit late with the Spire. As long as Ace DSS actually gets a move over here, which doesn't look like he's actually gonna do. Come on now, any second now. Just another 30 points to go. In the meantime, that Roach army is looking relatively fierce. Again, completely puzzled as to what Baker is doing with this army in front of his base. What good is it there? I do not know. Why didn't he come in and poke at this? Why didn't he would have noticed the Mutalisk immediately, and then the stuff would have, the Spore Crawlers would have gone up instantly. In the meantime, his Spire is now being done as well. Another 8 Mutalisk coming out for Ace DSS, who is now going in with a foray of Lings to wreak some havoc and to... Oh, they just pass each other. The roaches and lings do not see the ling run by. This is gonna get ugly. That queen is going down, and now the roaches and lings are coming back, but it's too late. That entire economy line is dead. We got speedlings versus roaches, and the roaches are obviously going to win the day here. But he's done the damage. He got Baker to come back and not pursue the attack. In the meantime, the gold has gone down over here. And the Overlords are flying over there, and the mutas, come on mutas, what are they doing standing around there? I have no idea. It's a muta. They're just hanging out, really. They're hanging out. There's another 5 mutas on the way, along with the attack upgrade as well, and we've got 3 mutas coming out for Baker, who is finally attacking. Baker is finally attacking. Yes, indeed, Baker is on the attack. We've got a few lings. We've got a whole bunch of roaches. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's a posse of roaches. Why on earth didn't he do this 5 minutes ago? That is the question. And what is Ace DSS doing there? He's hanging out with his lins, but of course this is with his mutas rather. But of course this is the right move at this time, because he's going to be hit with a mass of roaches that can't do anything against him at all. Here we go, mass mutas versus roaches. This is going to be ugly. Those roaches are going to die. They're going to die horribly. Lings coming in to attack from behind. Oh no, Baker's noticed too late that he's got the wrong units. He is going to do some damage to this economy line, but nowhere near significant enough to matter. The lings and the mutas are all that's required. That is the end of that. Now he finally knows that mutas are on the board in force, and it's too late for him. He is popping out 7 more mutas of his own, but The problem with the muta race is that once he who starts first and has the most mutas wins, that's all there is to it. There's no earthly point in putting out more mutas when you're up against mutas, because you're always going to be behind. You need hydralisks, and Baker has not tossed out the hydralisks. He is going with mutas, and there you have it. So he's got 10 mutas coming up against this almost command group's worth of mutas. That isn't going to help him at all. But what can you do? We've all made these mistakes. I've done this myself a million times in the early days of my gaming as well. I saw a bunch of units and thought I could build more units. I do not know why. I really do not know why. But here we have Baker showing us how not to play Zerg. That's always better than nothing. However, he may be in for a bit of a sneak attack here. There's a sneak attack coming in from the side, hovering over the back. I think he might actually do some decent amount of damage here. Is it possible that despite being late, Baker is going to rule the day? I mean, nothing should surprise you in the world of the Bronze League. This actually looks like Baker is doing a fantastic job. Ace DSS is out there fishing in China with his mutas. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he was doing earlier. He's gonna be regretting it now, because this entire mineral line just went down to nothing. Oh no, it's muta versus muta action. Let's see who comes out on top. Who's got the upgrades? Who's got the defenses? Now, we do know that Ace DS's muta line is upgraded, it is got the defense, and there comes even more mutas. This looks ugly, and Baker just for a moment looked like he was gonna be doing something, but no, he's going to be doing nothing. He did manage to wreak havoc on that economy line, but those drones are now back in action, and there's 2 lines of drones left. There's a huge amount of mutas, and Baker's lost all of his mutas in the process. He's got 3 or 4 coming out now, and once again, Ace DSS playing it cool as a cucumber, not going anywhere. His economy here on the gold starting to get underway as well. He is well ahead. And there you have it, folks. You simply can't do units versus units in trying to figure out who's got more unless you've got upgrades. In this case, the guy who started out first also had the upgrades. Oh dear God. This is going to get very ugly for Baker when those mutas go in, which could be any second now, but it could be the middle of next week from the looks of things. Ace DSS playing it very cool. No idea what he's waiting for, but he's waiting for something. There's another spire going up. Where would that be? Oh yes, of course, he lost his spire, therefore he needs to put up a new spire. Or does he? Where is the spire going up? I don't see it. There it is. Spire going up right there, exactly where the last one disappeared. We have a bunch of links running in again. Once again, I got no idea what Ace DS is doing standing around with those mutas, because he must know at this point that there's no way that Baker's going to be catching up. But he is lounging around, he's taking his time, and there it is. We've got a confrontation here, a bunch of mutas versus links. Naturally this is going to be useless for Ace DSS. He just came in, he saw he died, and those mutas are unfortunately not going to manage to do much either, because there simply is too much over here from Ace DSS, and he's got a fully upgraded one, attack and defense as well. So there we have it. We got lings and mutas coming in, but once again, Baker's mutas are going to be completely annihilated. But Ace DSS is not aware of this little thing happening. Baker coming in to wreak havoc on the mineral line. He's going to get a few drone kills before things go down here. Mutas battling mutas, they completely died. The entire drone line has been vanquished. Great work there from Baker. But again, it is a question of too little too late. You can see how difficult it is to catch up once you get behind in ZVZ. You just gotta get in there early, or you gotta come up with the right units. You simply can't mass mutas against mass mutas and hope for the best, because this happens. Again, Ace DSS not going in for the kill. No idea why. He's still keeping up with his mutas there, Baker. Finally, the Hydralisk Den is on the way. Finally, it's on the way, and we've got more upgrades coming in for Ace DSS. Presumably, he's chilling out, waiting for upgrades to happen. And this is a game that should have been over about 10-15 minutes ago. But this is actually fairly normal in the Bronze League games. People are very careful. I also do take my time. Every now and then when I'm unsure of what's going on, and the reason he's unsure, of course, is because of lack of scouting. If an overlord had been flown in here, if an overseer had dumped in a changeling, you would have immediately known that Baker is undermanned. But because Ace DSS did not do that, he actually does not know yet. So instead he's massing a galactic amount of that's 2 command groups, or 1.5 command groups worth of mutas. That's more than enough to wreak havoc against anything. And then we've got this massive horde of lings running in as well. Dear God, this is gonna be ferocious. There it is, and finally the hydras are out, but those hydras are gonna get completely owned by those lings unless some great... Oh, hold on a minute. No, they actually managed to, together with the mutas, sort that out. And now the hydras and the mutas have been spotted, but to be honest, against that many mutalisks, it really doesn't matter that you've got a little bit of hydras. It really doesn't matter. There's no way for Baker to catch up in this, and Ace DSS can go in and finish this anytime. He's waiting for his upgrades. He has got another flyer upgrade happening here, and an additional 7 mutas. Dear God, the man is amassing a complete fleet of mutalisks. And why are these mutalisks flying around, or have they spotted the gold? I think it's possible they spotted the gold. Yes, indeed they have. The Baker has spotted the gold. He's coming in to wreak havoc on the gold. There are absolutely no station defenses here at all. It looks like these drones are going to be going down in a mad rush of death as well. Surely this must be Ace DS's hint that he needs to get in there and finish this off. His entire goal. Oh no, those overlords popped there as well. They're going to go down as well to those mutas unless the big blue ball of death coming in here from Ace DSS catches up in time. Is there going to be a supply block happening? I don't think so. There we have it. The ball has arrived. Immediate and sudden death, and Baker's fleet of mutalisks was no more. Now surely it is time, Ace DSS, to come and finish off your enemy. You have toyed with him enough. Surely it is time to go in for the kill, to get this done. All he has is a small posse of hydralisks. And still Ace DSS playing it uber cool. He is doing a cat and mouse game. Holy crap, there are even more mutalisks. I've never seen this many mutalisks in my life. There are 2 command groups worth of mutalisks. Well, I actually have seen this many mutalisks when I was playing a 3v3, and I made a galactic amount of mutalisks. But surely in a 1v1 ladder, this should never happen. Look at this. We've got a mass. Well, to be honest, that is not a shabby group of hydralisks. But the question is, are they upgraded? They are not. 0-0 upgraded hydralisks up against 2-1 upgraded mutalisks, and there's ground carapace, all kinds of interesting upgrades coming in that have nothing to do with mutas. And here we have the long line of hydralisks coming in. That is more than enough to deal death and havoc to this gold expansion. There's no way it's gonna survive. Going down in 2 seconds flat. There it is. That's the end of that. Those drones are dead as well, and the mutas are coming in from behind. Holy noodle cakes, what the hell is this? Check this out. This is gonna be ugly. This is the biggest muta hydra battle I've ever seen in my life. Look at the amount of mutalisks. It is just mass destruction courtesy of mutas. Look at that graveyard of hydralisks. Dear God, there was not even an inkling of a chance. Now finally Ace DSS is going in to finish the day. That's just incredible. I'm going to call that a fan of mutalisks. That is absolutely hilarious. I've never seen that many mutas in my life. It is too hilarious. Let's see how many seconds these things can survive. Queen pretty much one-shotted there. Hydra's coming in from the side. I think they may have killed 5 or 6 mutas. A few more popping down. A corruptor came, saw and died. We've got overlords disappearing by the half dozen. Oh, it's interesting stuff. What have we got here? We've got Mutalis chasing something. I think it's dead. Yeah, that's all the overlords down as well. Miraculously there's no... oh yeah, the only reason not supply blocked is because all of his units are dead. That would explain it. Corruptors dying left, right and everywhere, and there you have it, folks. Without even GGing, our man Baker disappears. He knows it's over. It was over a long time ago, but even with the weird macro and the timing issues aside, that was pretty damn funny. That is the biggest fleet of mutas I've ever seen in my life. Hilarious stuff. I wish you all a very pleasant evening. Ta-ta till next time.